Welcome back, dear viewers, and thank you for staying with us here on The Breakfast Show on Nile TV International. As we said earlier, we shall talk in our first topic here in the program about some ideas as to how to redecorate our houses in preparation for Eid al-Fitr or the Lesser Bayram. And with us now in the studio is interior designer, engineer Reem Hassan. A very good morning to you.
Good morning
and thank
to
you for joining us, engineer Reem Hassan. So, first of all, could you give us some ideas about how to receive Eid al-Fitr from the standpoint of interior design, how to get our houses ready for Eid al-Fitr?
Eid is a pleasant occasion, so the house needs to be cheerful and bright looking, especially now we're in spring. We just had the Easter holidays just a week ago or so. We need to fill the house with nice and bright colors. Some flowers, some plants, light, whatever we can accessorize the house with, but to be cheerful and nice.
Right. So that it matches our mood, the joyous mood in the Bayram. So what are the most suitable colors you think that could match this joyous occasion?
Cheerful colors, spring colors, yellows, pinks, oranges, purple or lilacs, and it's becoming very fashionable because each year there is a color trend for spring and summer for interior as well as fashion. This year we have the shades, different shades of lilac, very perry. It's the color of 2022. And we have a very cheerful palette of colors, yellows, greens and blues, but all in bright shades or fresh pastels. And these colors match our interiors in any shade, whatever interiors we have, all the bright
colors. So these are the colors that we can see now on the screen, Engineer Reem, that we're supposed to get our houses ready with. Those are the cheerful colors.
Yes, and you can see that they can be easily mixed and matched as well as in fashion. So it's not only the interiors, we can also be dressed in bright and cheerful colors too. And you can match any two colors together, they will definitely go. And they will still go with the interiors because most of our interiors are neutral colors like beiges, grays, different shades. So when you match them with fresh, bright colors, they make an accent and they are very nice as well.
Now we already had Ramadan colors, right? I mean, maybe colors like the ones we can see.
Prime colors, reds, blues, greens, oranges. There are other different shades, but these are the very
the colors
most
that you can see with us, dear viewers, here in the studio, I guess. These
are the very commonly used colors. So
those are cheerful as well.
Yes, very cheerful. Always prime colors are always cheerful. So we will take away the Ramadan colors and introduce new, more cheerful and more bright colors, but different palettes.
Right. So what about the role of plants in this, in adding a delightful touch to the house?
Green is always a very nice and relaxing color. It's one, greens and blues are always colors that work on relaxing, healthy colors. So having some greens at home is always very
I guess we can see some examples of
yeah,
of
and
plants.
we can use either plants or flowers, and we can use them in very simple forms, like recycling bottles that we already have. We just paint them in nice colors. We can use the eggs, since we didn't really celebrate Easter during Ramadan, to have some flowers. Also adding some artworks or postcards in frames on walls gives a little bit of color at home. Using the fizzy drinks cans, just giving it a little bit of color with the flowers will add a lot, and it doesn't cost much.
That's true.
So these are very simple ideas that are almost available in every home.
True.
We can use them, but add a little bit of color to it. Then you have.
And the good news is, it costs very little. So yeah.
Yeah, you already have them. The cans, you were going to throw them, but
Yeah.
instead, if you paint them, then you have a nice piece, and maybe. During another occasion, you will get rid of them and make new ones with different colors to match your theme. So these are very, you don't have to go do a major change at home. Just adding little touches will create something different and give another mood to the house.
Sure. What about the distribution of the plants? How can we distribute them in a way that would make the entire house cheerful, but at the same time maybe children wouldn't like to have plants with them. So just some ideas regarding distribution.
Plants
In the bedroom, I mean, children might not like to have it in the bedroom. Yeah.
We need to know if the plant needs sun or it needs to stay in the shade, because there are different types of plants. But in the bedrooms, because you know the photosynthesis, it happens at night, so it's not always recommendable unless you have a very big space and it's well aired, and so that people will not suffocate. And not too many plants, but you can always have it in the living room, in the dining, maybe in the corners. Add a pot or two with different heights and different types of plants. Small planters or small pots on the tables with some of the small plants that doesn't need a lot of attention. It can stay. Like the cactus, there are small different types of cactus that are beautiful. Also, we can use them in vases, in pots. So depending on the space we need to put them on.
Right. And I guess, Engineer Reem, that it's also important if we are talking about redecoration to enjoy the nice mood of the Eid. Then it's not just about the apartments we live in, but it could be about the entire buildings. So, what about the entrance of the building itself?
We can add some plants. We can add some pots with flowers. The balconies, we can add the pots, you know, on the handrails. There are new types of pots that hang on the handrail with nice flowers, and it's the season for different colors of flowers. Since we are in spring, it's a very nice season to celebrate Eid. Everywhere is filled with flowers and colors, so let's enjoy it at home as well.
Right. So how can we best use the colors the family members wear, again, to enjoy, to better enjoy the festivities or the mood of the Eid. And I'm talking here about what we wear.
Uh, Always look for bright and cheerful colors. Or depending, everyone has their own palettes that they like. They like some colors, they dislike some colors. So try to choose the fresh and bright tones of whatever color you like. If you like purple, don't go for the dark, go for the lilac. If you like...
Yeah, we can see the purple here now.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the color of the year, Pantone 2022, spring and summer. It's
It's a beautiful color, by the way.
yes, and
Yeah.
many people like the lilacs and its different shades. There are also other colors like pinks, greens, yellows, blues, and all the different pastel shades, but a little bit of a bright pastel. So everyone, you can either make a theme, all the family wears the same color but in different designs, or wear matching colors, fun colors. Florals are very nice for spring and for Eid. Patterns that are fresh. Try to stay away from black, from gray, from brown. It's not the season. They're always worn in winter, but now we're in summer and we're still in spring, so...
Where does white stand?
White is always a fresh color. So it can be worn during spring. For example, for ladies, a full white dress is a very fresh and bright. For men, a white shirt is always, you know, clean and crisp. It gives a crisp feeling. In linens, it's beautiful. So white is a color that goes all year round.
Okay.
And it's still fresh, wearing it in summer, in spring.
Very true. What about the best way to decorate the dining table?
The dining table needs also to look appetizing. We're celebrating also with a lot of food.
Yeah.
So
Whether in the lesser Bayram with the sweets,
yes,
the kahk and so on, or in the greater Bayram with the meat, of course. Yeah.
Yes. So the dishes themselves, when you cook, maybe you can introduce some colors to the dishes in salads, greens, yellows, reds, and add some flowers to the table. Add colorful...
Here's the dining table.
Yes, we can always add the colorful plates. Even the windows, we can also decorate the windows with the very simple crochet or macramé, either in white or in colors. So we can add the color to the table itself, in the plates, in the glasses. Egypt has a lot of glass manufacturing that is inexpensive, and you don't have to have a complete set. Nowadays it's becoming fashionable. Each plate can be a different color, a different design, and then we mix and match them. Not everyone on the table needs to have the same exact setup unless it's a classical occasion. But if we're family together, we can have different plates with the different shades of glasses, so the table would look really pleasant and appetizing. So you enjoy the food with the colors. Adding flowers is always something that enhances the mood. So adding flower on the table would also be a nice idea to decorate it. If not flowers, it can be simple green leaves, just in small glasses. The glasses that we use, we can add flower, or add candles, either in glasses or the big candles that we can light. So we can play around, just be creative and fun.
Yeah, yeah. The lighting. what colors? Sometimes you have white lights, red lights, and we have yellow lights. Maybe those are the most popular. But we also have different types of colors as far as lights go. So, what about the lighting inside the apartment? What would be more cheerful, and how can we combine, you know, the different colors again of lighting to make things more cheerful?
It's always recommended to use sunlight, the yellow shade of light. It's the sunlight. But the white shade or the daylight, it's we do not recommend it, although people prefer it. But if you have here in the studio, you're using mostly yellow, bright yellow,
Right.
because it shows the true color of the item. When you use white light, it changes the color because it reflects on it a shade of gray or a shade of blue. So the bright colors
So
will
why
fade.
do most people prefer the white, as you said?
They think it's a misconception. They think that this is the daylight, so this is the sunlight. Although this is not true, and even when you look on the internet, on Google, you will find this. It's white light is mostly for offices or bathrooms and kitchens.
Right.
That's the old neon light we used to use. But the yellow bulbs we used to have long before they invented the neon. It's the right type of light that people should be using. If you want to have different shades of colors, there is always the RGB, red, green and blue, that you can use with the remote control. It's a LED
Here
light.
it is. Yeah.
These are different types of colors that we can introduce. For example, if you have the classical vases, you can just add a touch of color in them through flowers. Yellow is always a fresh and bright and cheerful color. It represents spring as well as a joyous occasion like Eid.
So back to the lighting colors. You were saying the RGB. You were talking about the RGB.
If someone
green,
wants
blue,
to have colored light, then there are the LED strips with a small remote control. It changes the mood, but it can be in a very small area. What's important is the light of the house itself, in the ceiling or on the walls or in the lamps, the table lamps. It's mostly recommended to be yellow.
Yeah, like the one we have here in the studio.
Yes.
So, by the way, I'm one of the people who prefers yellow. I've always preferred yellow, and not the white at all. As far as the
ever since I studied interior design, I stopped using the white, and I truly prefer the yellow light. But I see it
But
very
is it true
common.
that the white saves more energy? Or
No, because
saves electricity, more electricity.
no,
or something?
because it's the bulb. The bulb is the one that saves the energy.
Okay.
The technology of the bulb saves the
not
energy.
the color.
The color is just a scale of Kelvin. It's how many Kelvin. It ranges in thousands of kelvins between the yellow and the white. So
And do you know if the white or the yellow light is better for the eyesight?
the yellow,
The
definitely.
yellow is better.
It's more comfortable. But if you're working and you're using a computer, writing, or then you will need the white.
Yeah, that was, I would, yeah, that's
In an
what I was
open
asking.
space.
Yeah.
But if you're using a lamp, then the lamp can be yellow as well. But you know, in the offices, corporate spaces, they use white light because it's more comfortable for whatever you're doing on the computer or even writing. It's more comfortable, and in the bathroom and in the kitchen, because it gives more, you feel it more.
What if I'm reading? What do you know? What's better for your eyes if I'm reading? To have at your back a yellow or a white colored lamp?
Still, the yellow, if you're for example on the bed, you're using a bedside lamp or a bedside wall applique. For me, I prefer the yellow. I see better.
Okay, okay. And it's agreed that it should be behind you, right? That's what we heard from eye doctors anyway.
Yeah,
So,
but it's usually on the wall or on the side of the bed, because also this is where the book is.
yeah, so it should reflect directly
on the book.
Yeah.
Because if it's on the front, then the book will make a shadow, and you won't be able to see.
Right.
It the same.
You don't want shadows when we are decorating for Eid, right? We don't want shadows.
We don't.
Okay. Unfortunately, dear viewers, that's all the time we have for this segment of the breakfast show. On behalf of you, we thank very much Engineer Reem, Hassan, interior designer. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. To you too.
Dear viewers, please stay with us. My dear colleague Dina Hussein will be back to resume this morning's edition of the breakfast show. Don't go away.